Hi guys, and welcome to another stream. Tonight we are doing ISRL Multi-Class Season 4 Round 2. It's a 90-minute race at Suzuka. We've got a very reduced field tonight. I believe we've got 4 GR2s and 3 GR3s. GR1s, GR2s are Walter, Ruti, Timmy subbing for Hansa, and we have Racete and Fubs, as you can see on track. GR3s we have GRT Mash Potato, M3 Guide / Nick, and Shell Shock. As I say, it's a 90-minute race. Tyre wear and fuel are both on ×2, and we'll get qualifying started in a couple of minutes' time. For this season, we're going with the 1 lap, 1 flying lap. So, let's GR3 go out first. So GR3s go out, do an out lap, spread out, then do their 1 lap qualifying, and as they've started on their laps, I'll send the GR2s out to do their out lap, and then what time's left is for all drivers to sort out getting the correct tyres for the race. We just tell Shell Shock to wait. So, tyre rules are got to use racing mediums and racing softs, as many as either as you wish. No stipulations on anything. Anything goes. Oh, got a slight delay. Hiya Hansa, hope you enjoy what you can of the race and have a good race in your Fugu tonight. Yeah, it's okay. Gonna have to be GR3 though, Righton. Just need to tell me what car so I can tell you your BOP. Right, what car? You got a choice of the Viper, Pug, or the Jag. Viper, Pug or Jag. Choice is yours. Okay, well your BOP is 101 power, 103 weight. Let me just check that, yep. I'll write it here, 101 power, 103. Hiya Nick, have a good race mate. Yeah Hans, a good luck for tonight mate. I'll try to mate, I'll try to. You have a good race. Evening Petrie, have a good one mate. You'll have some serious opposition I think tonight in Timmy! Wrightson's coming to try and rob you of your podium Nick. Don't let him. So just wait for Wrighton to get himself ready. Then we'll get this show on the road. Sorry guys, I'm just sorting 5572. Oh, that was close. Let right again in a starting lap, just so we can get a feel for the car. There we go, qualifying. So GR3s are out first. Nick's managed to get out first. Sorry guys, just gotta check shell shock. So there we have Nick just coming up to spoon safely round there onto the imaginary name backstretch. Down to 130R. Nice and safely round there. Into the Casio triangle. And the last curve, and he's onto his flying lap. Right and very slowly through there. So Nick, where are we? First corner to the snake, round Dunlop, up to the Degner, kicks the back end out nicely. Heading now up towards the hairpin. Ryan's accepting he's starting at the back. So Nick up to 200R, heading down to Spoon Curve. Nice and safely round there. Shell Shock just coming up to it, Mash. Tay leading out the GR2s. M3 going now, coming down to 130R. 142 down to there. Into the Casio triangle. And round the last corner. Or last curve. And across the line with a 201. Shell Shock coming now to the line with a 201.187, and here we got Mash again. So our GR3s are split by a second. So we got Tay now across the line for his starting lap. Timmy just still getting some warmth in time. Rooty, Fubs, Walter there. It's Tay. Around the first curve. Round Dunlop. Tay close and right in on Mash. Hopefully don't mean P race Tay. Hopefully Mash gets out of the way. Squeaky bum time there. Mash finally gets to the pits. It's Tay. Through Spoon, down the backstretch now, towards the line. Comes down to 130R. Fastest time so far. Through the Casio triangle. Through final curve, or last curve, sorry. And across the line with a 148.49. Walter now coming to the line with a 150. We've got Fubs coming through the Casio. Final curve to the line with a 149.4 of a second behind. Rooty now coming up through the Casio. Round the final curve. Will he get pole with a 149.793, and then Timmy come across with a 150. So now everyone's just coming out. So my timings didn't work that well. I thought 7 minutes would have been enough time for everyone to get the laps in and change the tyres. Unless Rooty is going to go out with softs, try to smack in. So our grid, Tay's on pole with a 149.37. Rooty in second. Fubs in third. Timmy in fourth. Walter in fifth. Shellshock's leading our 4 GR3s in 6th, Mash in 7th, M3 guy in 8th, and Wrighton in 9th. Ah, Timmy! I like Timmy. So chuffed that he's joined us GR4 for the full season, and not just because I get to say Timmy, because he's one hell of a driver. And hello Mew, glad you could be here, mate. So now we're just waiting for time to run out. So here's our grid. Tay on pole, Rooty in 2nd, Fubs in 3rd, Timmy in 4th, Walter in 5th, Shellshock in 6th, Mash in 7th, M3 guy in 8th, and Wrighton in 9th. Yeah. It's just a shame that Vit's having to... I'm doing okay, mate, yourself. So there's our grid. So Tay's on pole. I'm doing well, Mew. How about you? So now we've got 90 minutes of Suzuka. Should be interesting. I shall probably die by the end. So here we go. I'm going to drop back to the GR3s and Fubs again with his working wingman. Oh, I bet. Looks like Rooty's got the inside for the first curve. So Rooty's taken pole first place, but Tay's sticking with him. Timmy's up into 3rd. Walter in 4th. Fubs back in 5th. Shellshock in 7th. And Wrighton, amazing start in 7th. With M3 going 8th and Mash dropped back into 9th. So Rooty. Petrie's there with his softs on, so he's obviously wanted to get us. I bet you are. Not the cheapest thing in the world, boilers. Tay's on the mediums. Timmy's on mediums. Walter's on mediums. Fubs is on the softs. Ooh. GR2s, they like to kick out of that hairpin. Tay's not letting Petrie get away from him there. In fact, he's closing in as they go around Spoon. Timmy. Got clear space between him and Walter in 4th, and Walter now is coming under pressure from Fubs. Fubs has a look on the back straight. Has the inside as they go to 130R. Fubs as they cleanly pass Walter there, nice bit of drive in there. We got Shellshock with Wrighton now closing right on him. An M3 guy with Mash having a look on the inside as they come to the Casio. Wrighton obviously went a bit too deep, which has allowed M3 guy to get back up into 7th. And now Wrighton's coming under pressure from Mash. But the Jag's got that pull, look how he's widening M3 guy there. But can he get stopped for the first curve? And he has done. But Rooty's not being able to pull away from Racer Tay yet. And Tay has Timmy right behind him, and Fubs closing up on these as well. I believe Walter may have had a little off at some point. Shell Shock as he goes to the Degners, with M3 guy in 7th, Wrighton in 8th, Mash in 9th. Sorry, that was the Degners, wasn't it? Oh, that was unlucky for Mash. But we could be having one hell of a battle very soon now. With top four split by 1.3 seconds. They go through 130R into the Casio. Alright, mate. Just knowing you're there makes me happy. And it looks like Tay's looking to make a move on Rooty as they come down the straight. Rooty hold the inside line as they go through the first curve. Up to the snake. Tay a little bit wide there. Through the anti-banked. Up to Dunlop. Fubs having a look at taking. Fubs has got past Timmy as they're going through Dunlop. Onto the Degner. Fubs is on the charge now. Oh, Timmy ends up going a bit wide. Tay seems to have got himself back in order, just in that slipstream of Rooty. And Walter not having the best. Shell Shock now with M3 guy and Wrighton right behind him. Mash has got a lot of work to do. Shell Shock is working on going on 0 sleep. Hopefully he can keep awake for the next hour and 24 minutes. Right, and having a good go of it. Tay right on the back of Fubs on route Petrie. Goes for the inside through the first curve. Gets it stopped. Root is looking to hold it on the outside. And does. Through the snake. Root is held onto the pole, onto first place. Tay in second. Fubs right behind him in third. Through the anti-banked. And onto Dunlop. Rooty definitely managed to pull away a bit there. We've got the battle of Hondas between Tay and Fubs now. Oh, Fubs' car gave a little twitch, which has allowed Tay to get a bit of space. Through the hairpin. Onto the 100R. No, 200R, I apologise. Still very, very close. Down to Spoon. Hola, Butch. Glad you could join me, mate. Fubs now right up on the back of Tay as they go down the back stretch. Not close enough to make the move on 130R, but Tay did go very wide. Into the Casio. And Timmy's closing back up on these now. Walter's having a very lonely race. Shell Shock has started to put a bit of a gap between him and M3 guy. And M3 guy's put a bit of a gap between him and Wrighton. And Mash is now starting to close up on Wrighton. So we've gone through the first curve and into Snake. Root is still holding the lead. Tay in second, with Fubs in third, right with him. And Timmy now just over 2 seconds back. As they go through Dunlop. Interesting to see the different lines by Fubs and Tate. And because Tate's on the mediums, possibly could be holding up Fubs now. Fubs still with his windscreen wipers going. Hopefully they won't slow him down. Timmy's keeping that 2 seconds. But Rooty now 0.7 a second. So Tay's just clinging on to that slipstream as they go through Spoon. Fub's obviously not close enough to take him on the backstretch here. But if this keeps up whole race, it could make some very interesting racing. Through 130R. Fub banging out the fastest laps into the Casio. Satay much quicker than Rooty through the Casio. As we come now onto the back straight, onto the straight. Timmy, still not a million miles away. Through the first curve, up into Snake. Shell Shock. Not actually being able to shake M3 guy at the moment. I'm right and now closing back up on M3 guy. But Mash is now starting to put in some consistent times, and he's starting to close back up onto these. Oh, Fub's having a look to take a move at it. Thought about it the second part of the Degna. But Timmy! I think Timmy's now got his practice in now, 6 laps in. Starting to get used to the car now. Could he make this back into a four-way battle? Rooty, even on the softs, isn't able to get rid of Tay in that dashing Red Bull livery, and Fubs in his subtle but still impressive. So down the back stretch through 130R. Into the Casio, and again Tay closes right up on, but not close enough to make a move. We've got Timmy in 4th, Walter there in 5th, Shell Shock in 6th, 1.5 seconds clear of M3 guy in 7th, who's now got Wrighton closed right up on him now. Mash back in 9th. Can Wrighton make full use of that grunt of the Jag and the backstretch? Both of them go very wide to the 130R into the Casio. And Mash there in 9th, but Wrighton's too far back surely to make a move on M3 guy here. Can we see the move on Tay? So watching the battle at the back, I've managed to miss what happened to Ruti. Did he pick a penalty up? Okay, bit slidey there. So Ruti now back into third. Tay in first, Fubs in second, Timmy in fourth, Walter in fifth, Shellshock in sixth, M3 going seventh, Ryden in eighth and Mash in ninth. As they go through the anti-banked. And on Dunlop. Fubs now waiting to make a move. Tay at Honda being twitchy, as we all know can be, into the hairpin, slight bit of contact. Fubs being the gentleman driver he is, allowed Tay to get back control, which has allowed Tay to get a second gap, so Fubs has now got to make the effort in as they go through the spoon to try and close back up onto Tay now. As they go down the back stretch. So if we have a look, we've got Tay in the lead as we go through 130R. Fubs in second, Ruti in third, Timmy in fourth, and Timmy's definitely getting the hang of it now. Walter in fifth, who's setting the fastest lap. Get in there, Walter. Shellshot now in sixth, still 1.6 seconds clear of M3 guy in seventh, who's now got 1.9 seconds on Ryden, and Mash is not having a good time as he's now lapped. And again Tay went into the first curve with a bit too much power, so now it's allowed Fubs into the lead, Ruti in second, Timmy now in third, Tay in fourth, Walter in fifth, who's now starting to bang some good laps together. Shellshock in sixth, 2.3 seconds clear, and M3 going now seventh, who's got Ryden 1 second back for him. Mash in I think Mash has obviously been taken away from the wheel. So unfortunate accidents. Ruti and Tay have broken past our front four now. So Fubs clean air. Will he now start banging in some fast laps to make the most of those soft tyres that he's running? We've got Ruti in second, Timmy now in third, and as I said, Timmy's now settling in. So he just got distracted. So we've got Tay back in fourth. Costa getting a bit too ragged now. Walter in fifth. Walter now is thinking maybe he can catch up with Tay. Shellshock in sixth, going along nicely. M3 going seventh. Ryden in eighth, and I believe Mash is retiring. So now Fubs in first, onto lap 10. Still 1 hour 12 to go. Rooty in second, Timmy in third, Tay in fourth, Walter in fifth, who is actually closing in on Tay, Shell Shock in sixth, 2.5 seconds in front of M3 guy, and Wrighton there in eighth. Yeah, Mass has retired from the race, so we're now down to 8 racers. Fubs. And we have our first pit stop, Timmy coming into the pits. So Fubs in the lead, 1.4 seconds in front of Rooty in second, who's got 9 seconds on Tay, who's drifting like a king. Timmy now in fourth, and Walter 7 seconds back now on Timmy. Timmy could be making a battle of this. Shell Shock's going along nicely in sixth, still holding that 2.5 seconds on what M3 guy. Yep. Masters had to retire due to wheel failure or haywire. And there we have it. Fubs coming past M3. Ooh! That was a scary moment for Fubs there. And it's allowed Rooty to close right up on him. And we have Wrighton into the pits. So we have Fubs in first, Rooty in second, Timmy in third, with Tay right behind him in fourth. Timmy's on the soft tyres now. Walter in fifth, really getting to grips with it now. Shell Shock in sixth, M3 going seventh, Wrighton in eighth after his pit stop. Through the hairpin. Fubs is just about keeping Petrie out of his slipstream, but only just as they get to 200R. They go down the backstretch. Fubs is starting to put the time into Rooty. Rebuild up that lead that he had into the Casio. Through the final curve with Rooty in second, Timmy in third, who's put some serious time into Tay. I can only assume Tay there in fourth, Walter in fifth, still only 9 seconds behind Tay. Shell Shock now starting to put some time into it as he lets Tay through as they go through the snake. So M3 guy there in seventh, Wrighton in eighth, is starting to close back up onto M3 guy. Fubs has rebuilt his 1.5 second lead over Ruti. Remember, these two are both on the soft tyre compounds. Ruti with his 16,000 miles on his car. And yeah, Fubs is just seeming to pull away now. He's certainly used a bit more fuel than Petri has. And Timmy! Looking quite secure in third there. 4 seconds down. The 4 second gap over Tame fourth, who has 9 seconds over Walter. As Walter comes up on Nick. Gives him plenty of space as they go down the backstretch. We have Shell Shock in 6th, who's just in front of Walter. He's 2.8 seconds over M3 guy. And right now still at 20 seconds back on him. And now Timmy banging out Timmy with the fastest lap of 1:48.759. As he goes as Fubs through the anti-bank. And then on to Dunlop. .5 seconds now as he goes through Degner. 2.7 seconds instead of Ruti. And Ruti now 2.9 seconds in front of Timmy. So Timmy now is actually on a charge. Lapping in the 1:48s. Definitely found his footing now. Good old Timmy. Oh, and we catch Walter. Such a shame, he was doing so well. Can we see what caused? No, we can't see. He obviously caught some curb. Ruti's into the pits. It's accepted that their mediums have died. So now Fub's still going along. I don't think that's correct. Timmy now with a 1:48.475. He's on an absolute charge. We're just over 63 minutes of racing to go. Yes, the information's getting mixed up, so Ruti's come out of the pits on his mediums, just in front of Tay, and Tay hasn't pitted yet. Still going round on those medium. Lovely power drift there into the first of the Degners. Walter, after that, off decided to get in and get some fresh rubber on. The Shell Shock's managing to put some time into Nick now. 3.8 seconds. And Nick now with 18 seconds in Brighton. Still going along nicely in 8th. Good old Brighton. Timmy through 130R into Casio. So Fub's going on for making those softs laugh like a dream. Timmy now 147.933. He certainly, as Budge always says, 10 laps, get your practice in, and then you're ready to go. And if you look, 10th lap, he pitted, came out, and he's been absolutely flying ever since. As he goes round Dunlop, and he really is starting to close in on Fubs. M3 guy into the pits. And where's Wrighton? Wrighton just coming through the Casio. M3 guy just getting some fuel. Wrighton onto the home stretch. M3 guy still fueling. So Wrighton's got up into 7th place. As we see Nick coming out the pits. Fubs goes round Spoon. Timmy now only 1.6 seconds behind him. Timmy on much fresher and softer tyres than Fubs, and he's making full use of them. Into the Casio. Is Fubs going? Fubs into the pits. So Timmy is into the lead. Then his stealth black Lexus. Routing now onto the start line. Tay into the pits as well. Fubs is just going to come out behind Routy. So Fubs and Routy both onto the mediums. Tay filling up massively because Fubs only put half a tank of fuel in. So can't imagine he's going to be doing many laps on these mediums. Now Fubs is closing up on Routy as they come to the Degners. No worries, Mew. Enjoy your gaming, mate. And you. And I'll see you tomorrow night for the last round of the BTCC. Much better line by Fubs to the hairpin there. As we go through 200R. Fubs all over the back as they come into the Spoon. Fub has a look on the inside. Side by side as they come through the second part of Spoon and onto the backstretch, side by side. And they go down to 130R. Fubs manages to hold it and is now up into second as they come down to Casio. And Timmy is flying on. So Fubs into second, 14 seconds back now on Timmy after the first round of pits. Routy in third, Tay in fourth, with Walter only 3 seconds now behind Tay as they come out the Casio and onto the final curve. Both of them pitted, both on the softs. Shell shock. 6 seconds on his outlap from his pits, 13 seconds clear of Wrighton, who's now 4 seconds clear of M3 guy. And Fubs has already put a second into Petrie. Well, let's see if Walter can catch back up to Tay. Tay carrying a massive amount of fuel. Walter, much lighter car. And he's going quicker. 3.4 seconds back as he goes into the hairpin. Onto 200R. Still 3.4 as he comes down to spoon. Around they go. Tay started to put a bit of time in. We'll come back to that. Timmy flying along in the lead. Good old Timmy. Fob's in second. 16 seconds back on Timmy. 1.2 seconds clear of Ruti. And Tay 19 seconds back from Ruti. Walter still just at 3.4 seconds behind Tay. Shellshock 2 laps down. 10 seconds clear of Wrighton, with a clear lead of the GR3s with 55 minutes to go. Wrighton in 7th, 5 seconds clear of Nick now. Can Nick catch him back up and make him a fight for second on the podium for the GR3s? We have Fobs here, 1.6 seconds in front of Tay. Let's just have a watch around with Timmy. So a lap round with oh. So Timmy there coming round M3 guy. And we watch him coming up onto. So now we are down to 7 races because Walter's left the lobby. Into spoon. Little bit of contact with Wrighton, but I don't think it cost Wrighton anything. Probably just gave him a shot more than anything. Down to 130R. Onto the brakes, into the Casio. Completed the lap. So at the moment we've got Timmy leading the field by 16 seconds. Fob's in second, 2 seconds clear of Ruti, who is in third, who has got 17 seconds on Tay. But Tay's starting to get it together now. Shellshock in 5th, with Timmy coming to lap him for the 3rd time. Nicely done. It's a Shellshock now with an 8-second lead over Wrighton, who is in 6th and is 2nd in GR3, and Nick in 7th, 1.3 seconds behind Wrighton. So these two have got a lot all to play for, because Nick is getting closer to Wrighton. Nick's tyres in much better condition, and that's possibly the reason why. And they've got Fubs closing in on them. Nick, that Jag just has the better pull on the straights than the R8. But right and bit ragged going through Spoon has allowed M3 guy to close right up on him. Nick going for having a look for the inside of 130R and decides not to. Fully in that slipstream with Fubs. Fubs not risking it this time through the Casio with Nick into the final curve. Fubs comes flying past, slips in between him and Righton. Fubs looks for the inside for the first curve. Petrie has a quick look, decides not to, through the first curve and up to Snake. Nick puts the brakes on to let Rooty get by, which has allowed Righton to get the bit of a gap back up. Listen to that Nissan's tyres screeching. Or Timmy, very low on fuel, still 18 seconds in the lead of Fubs in second, Rooty in third, 3.2 seconds down. So that bit of traffic has cost Rooty, Petrie a little bit, and Tace now starting to bring it back together now with a 1:49.054, his fastest lap. Shell Shock in fifth. Can we see what happened to Righton? Perhaps we can't. Simple case that Righton's tyres are dead. And he's got Timmy! Oh no, Tay closing up on him now. So Timmy's in the lead. Got a pit after this lap. 49 minutes to go. So we'll be finished before 10 o'clock. But hey, Fubs not being able to make any closing up on Timmy in this stint, but he's certainly building himself a nice little gap between him and Rooty in third, 3.8 seconds, and Tay in fourth, 13 seconds back. Shell Shot there in fifth, 10 seconds clear of M3 guy, with Righton with some fresh rubber on now. Hopefully he can catch back up to Nick. To Timmy, round Spoon. Surely having to pit this time. As we have Fubs just gone through 200R, heading down to Spoon. 5.4 seconds. So either Rooty's a little off or he's picked up a penalty. And there's Timmy into the pits. So let's have a look. Fubs coming round 130R, heading down to the Casio triangle. Timmy's with the fresh rubber on, and now he's just getting the fuel. As Fubs comes around the final curve onto the home straight. Timmy's still fueling. Fubs is over the line. And Timmy just finishing fueling. He's going to come out just behind Rooty. Timmy with another set of softs. So there we have Fubs. With hardly anywhere on those mediums. And looks like Root is going to have to come in next lap himself. So I doubt that he's going to try and hold Timmy up as they go through Dunlop. And Tay's definitely starting to close back in on these guys. So, but Root is not going to make it easy. Yeah, Tay's definitely starting to close up. Shell Shock on cruise control with M3 guy 6 seconds back on him, and Righton is 19 seconds. As they go through Spoon, Timmy ready to bounce. They go down the backstretch. Which just seems to have a bit more pull than what backstretch. They come through 130R into the Casio. And Root is there into the pits. Fubs 7 seconds in front of Timmy. Timmy looking like he's fueled for the end now, I would imagine. Fubs possibly 1 or 2 more laps of fuel left. Maybe 3. 7 seconds in front of Timmy. Tay in third. 10 seconds back on Timmy. And we're routing now out to the pits. Back on the softs, 4 seconds back on Timmy. I'm Racer Tay. So Shell Shock 2 laps down. Gonna have to pit the next lap. But M3 guys, so could fall into M3 as he goes through Snake. M3 guy could take the lead in the GR3s, and Righton slowly making his way into M3 guy's lead. Timmy fully fueled, fresh rubber through Spoon. Now will Fubs come in this lap or the next lap? Let's wait and find out with 44 minutes left to go. Into the Casio. No, Fubs is staying for another lap. Very different line by Timmy. Through there. So we've got Tay in third, Rooty in fourth on his out lap after the pits. Then we have Shell Shock coming up to the triangle. Safely through. And no, he's staying for another lap. M3 guy in 6th, Righton in 7th. He is slowly starting to chip away quite as he goes through 130R. So Fubs still in the lead. Timmy in 2nd. Racer Tay in 3rd. Rooty in 4th. Rooty is starting to catch up. Just took a second out of Tay by the look of it there. Shell Shock in 5th. M3 going in 6th and Righton in 7th. As Fubs comes down the backstretch, heading towards 130R. Timmy coming down to 130R. Holding a couple of seconds more, and there's Fubs into the pits. As Timmy finishes coming through the Casio triangle onto the final curve and onto the back, onto the home straight and into the lead. Fubs still fueling up Tay through final curve. As Fubs comes out of the pits, it's going to come out just in front of Tay into the corner. Oh! I have a feeling seeing Fubs come out just distracted. We have Shell Shock in the pits, fueling up. Nick over the line. Shell Shock still fueling. So Nick's out into the lead. The GR3s. Will Shell Shock come out in front? Jeez. Looks like he's just going to come out in front of Righton. So Timmy! 10 seconds in front of Fubs. Fubs with a 5-second lead over Tay after he... which was unfortunate for Tay but fortunate for Ruti, because it's allowed him to close right up on Tay now. Tay's run those tyres ragged into the Casio on lap 27 with 39 minutes still to go. Shell Shock 12 seconds back on Nick. I doubt that Nick's going to go to the end, but I'd like him to prove me wrong, but I can't see those tyres lasting till the end. Shell Shock with a 3-second lead over Righton, 7th. And Timmy! 10 seconds in the lead at the front, with Fubs in second, with 5.6 second lead over Tay, but Tay has now got Ruti firmly behind him. A Nissan Honda battle as they go through the Degners. If we look, Tay's Ruti's tyres. Question is how long can Tay keep Ruti behind him? But that said, Ruti's in the dirty air, and we know how these cars don't like dirty air. Down to Spoon. Completely different lines. It's a pleasure to watch. Yes, I do know what racing lines are. I don't use them myself, but I know what they are. Through 130R, heading towards the Casio. Onto the final curve. Just start lap 29. Into the first curve. Into the snake. Anti-banked and then into Dunlop. Up towards the Degners. Oh! That's unfortunate. So if we check on Timmy, still clearly in front. Fubs in second, 10 seconds back on Timmy. Timmy carrying a huge amount of fuel. Is Fubs looking at doing another pit stop? I'm not entirely sure. I think he is. Routing now in third, 7 seconds back on Fubs. Now he's got some clean air. Can he try and bang out some super fast laps to try and close up on the leaders? Time fourth. Trying to tame that beast of a Honda with dead tyres, and Nick keeping shell shock 12 seconds back. Go on, Nick, nicely done, mate. Shell shock in 6th. He's now got 7 seconds on Brighton. This is battle of what is Luckman doing, joining the lobby mid-race and disrupting the other drivers. That can only confuse them. I think Fubs just keeping around the 10-second mark. Can he get any closer to Timmy, who's closing up on M3 guy? I believe it could be right, and 10.79. Ruti 7 seconds back now. Time 4, 22 seconds back now. With some nice clean rubber on. M3 going 5th. So Shell Shock has put half a second into him now. Right, and 7th, just been overtaken by Timmy. Fubs 10.4. He's actually putting time into Ruti. What is Luckman doing? Trying to distract the drivers. So the anti-bank up to Dunlop. .2. So at this point, down to 9. Timmy must have been hit. Can we see if Timmy... 8.9 seconds now. Fubs is on the charge. Got those tyres warmed up nicely. Into Spoon. Closing up on the back of Brighton now. So either Timmy's had a little off, or there's some serious hold up, because he's lost nearly 2 seconds of his lead over Fubs. Fubs there finish off through 130R. Brighton gets out of the way as they come to the Casio. 32 minutes left of the race. 148.4222. 2222222. So about 1.5 seconds he took out Timmy there. Through the first curve, up to the snake. As he goes past Shelley. Into the anti-bank. onto Dunlop. Up to the Degners. Whatever was. So staying about 9 seconds. Ruti there with a 23-second lead over Tay. But Tay's putting fastest laps. An M3 guy still holding that 11.7 second lead over Shell Shock with just 31 minutes left and a quarter of a tank, just over a quarter of a tank of fuel. Shelley there in 6th with Ruti coming up behind him, and Wrighton having a cracking race in 7th. 5 seconds back down on Shelley. Timmy still leading it out, but Fubs now closing on M3 guy. Want to get to him before the first curve. Goes for the inside through first curve, safely round him into Snake. Up to the anti-bank turn curve. Up to Dunlop, 9.2 seconds back. 9.9 seconds back on Timmy. Timmy looking at those laps. A model of consistency. Drop back down under 9 seconds. Fubs is trying as best as he can. Ruti and Tay's having a complete nightmare. I think he's on cruise control for the win. So Timmy. No worries, mate. I thought you'd go for cruise control for the win. And Fubs, if these timings are correct, he is closing in. He's 5 seconds down on Timmy. Just under 29 minutes to go. And there we can see him in the background. Did a 52 lap. Fubs did a 48. So not sure what happened to Timmy there. But I'm just going to brake for that. So, because let me see where Shelley... Oh, and Shelley into the pits as well. So M3 guy getting the last stretch in. He's coming out on the softs. Shelley's come out in front of Wrighton. So Timmy Fubs 5 seconds down on Timmy now. Very true, mate, very true. Anything is because for some reason Timmy is slowing down. Fubs now less than 5 seconds behind him. This is almost like Vit and Mash in round 1. 27 minutes to go on lap 34. So we have Timmy in the lead. Fubs in second, 4.8 seconds down. Ruti in third, 13 seconds back. Tay in fourth, 38 seconds back on Ruti. M3 guy in 5th, 3 laps down from Tay, who has a 4-second lead over Shell Shock, who's in 6th, who has a 4-second lead over Wrighton, who's in 7th. But there we go, back up to the lead. Tay, 4.7 seconds. No worries, mate. Hello, look. Thankfully, he didn't interrupt anybody. But you join us just as Fubs is on an absolute charge. We have Timmy in the lead, 4.5 seconds. Fubs in 2nd, 13 seconds clear. Routine 3rd, Tay in 4th. M3 going 5th, still leading, 3.7 seconds in front of Shell. Shell Shock in 6th and Wrighton in 7th, 6 seconds back. Well, let's focus on this battlefront. Timmy's had that bad lap, which has put life back into Fubs' race with her. I believe he does, yeah. Although Timmy doesn't. 25 minutes, yeah, he's got enough fuel for about 3 or 4 laps. .7 seconds. But I will say Timmy as a sub has come in, done a brilliant race. Leads back up to 5 seconds. With his frantic windscreen wiper going. So he must be in every car that Fubs has the windscreen wiper going. I didn't even know there was a button to do it. Rooty there in 3rd. Tay sticking with it in 5th and 4th. M3 guy in 5th. 2.9 seconds in front of Shell Shock now. This could be quite a battle coming to the end. Who's now opened up a 7-second lead on Wrighton in 7th. But our gap to our leaders. Timmy is still leading. 4.6 seconds in front of Fubs in 2nd. I would assume yeah, there's no way. But I wonder whether Timmy has been racing clever, has been fuel saving for a few laps to ensure he's got the fuel to go to the end. Because Fubs has probably got 3 more laps of fuel. It's not closing up very quickly. And there's no traffic for quite a while. But Rooty's definitely... he's dropping back. And Tay's just keeping that car going. But M3 guy now with a 2-second lead over Shelley. With 22 minutes to go. As M3 guy put too much fuel in. He's sticking in Racer Tay's slipstream to make the most of it. Oh, Tay very ragged there. Shell Shock is now starting to close up on him. 1.5 seconds they come to the Casio. Quick look at onto the final curve and onto the straight. 1.2 seconds now in it. And I believe Tay's had an off. 1 second as they go through the first curve. into Snake. Shelley fully in that slipstream now. Oh, and Timmy into the pit. Timmy's into the pits. So Fubs is going for a one out, full out blast lap. So they've had a route into the pits. The M3 going 5th, and then we just watch this battle now. Oh, Roti was into the pitch with 0 fuel. So Shelley fully in that slipstream now. Wrighton's had enough. Can hardly blame it. It's a long race. 20 minutes to go. Shelley pops out, pulls up alongside as they come to 130R. M3 guy keeps the tighter line, but Shelley's in front, down to the Casio. Fubs now coming on the backstretch with an 11-second lead. Is he going to do a splash and dash now and hope to get out either in front or right behind Timmy? Into the Casio and into the pits. So Timmy through the Casio, final curve. So Fubs with the tyres done. Timmy flying down the back home straight now. And here comes Fubs out. How far back is he? "20 seconds. Both with the same level of fuel. So this is our battle for the end. Just a quick check on our 2 GR3 guys. Nick's having a brilliant race and not out of anything could happen. But we now need to concentrate on our front boys. 7 seconds separate Fubs from Timmy. Lap 39 with 18 minutes still to go. .1. I do love your drifting in the corners though, Tay. That's been a pleasure to watch. Well, we've got 7.6. .8. Timmy seems to be putting a bit of a charge on here. Nick's making a good account of himself. He's not allowing Shell Shock to get too far away. Back to 8 seconds now. get a special guide, Tay. You're multitasking while doing many things, so Timmy now with an 8.2 second lead. Over Fubs in second, Rooty in third, 16 seconds back. Tay in fourth. Certainly isn't. Shell Shock in fifth. Oh, very late in by Shell Shock there. Can M3 guy capitalize on it. Nicely cleanly through there by Nick. Onto the back straight. In fact, that must have been his usual route. Fubs into Casio triangle. 8.2 seconds left down. So just under 15 minutes to go. Probably 15 minutes. Divided by... So we're looking at about 8 more laps. Fubs has got it back down under 8 seconds now, 7.7. Rooty going along nicely in third, Tay in fourth, doing many things at once apparently. Very impressive. Shell Shock in fifth with a 2 second gap over Nick, which hasn't really opened up anymore. So Fubs just coming through the hairpin. 7 seconds down on Timmy. Just going through Spoon. He's going to be coming up on the GR3 battle very soon. Fubs just clearing Spoon now. It's back over 8 seconds. Through 130R. So we saw Timmy going through there. About 2 miles an hour quicker than Fubs. Timmy now. Going past M3 guy on the start finish line. Fubs still just in the background. 8.3 seconds behind with 14 minutes to go. If we just have a look, M3 guy. Shelley just letting Timmy through. Oh, can we see what? Oh, Fubs caught the curbs. Ah, that was unfortunate. And once the curbs have you, there's no getting it back under. So with 13 minutes to go, the 12 second gap to Timmy out in the lead. Okay, there, cruising along. Timmy, model of consistency, but so is Fubs, consistently lapping in the 148s. Shell Shock here, leading the GR3, 2.2 seconds in front of M3 guy. Let's just have a quick look at Nick, with Fubs closing up. Tay there in fourth, Rooty third. Very lonely race. Fubs there in second, just coming up on behind Nick. And Timmy, our leader. as we're now coming up on the 11-minute, just past the 12-minute mark to go. Timmy leading out by 13 seconds. Let's follow him round. And there we go, down the back stretch. It was a toughie, this track, and a very long race. And there we go, over the line, the 148.5. And now we'll follow Fubs round a lap into the first curve. "14 seconds back through Snake onto the anti-bank curve, to Dunlop, into the Degners, Degner 2, up to the hairpin, onto 200R, into Spoon, we have studied out tight. That gets respect from me. And we see Rooty back into the pits. And as you can see, much better view inside. So we got Timmy, 15 seconds in the lead on lap 45, 7 minutes 30. I look forward to seeing how you do, Red Bull Ty. Hopefully we get a fuller grid. So we have Timmy leading by 15 minutes, 15 seconds. Fubs in second, who has a 30-second lead over Rooty, who I believe is now hunting the fastest lap. Tame fourth, Shell Shock in 5th, who now has a 10-second lead over M3 guy. So M3 guy's gone to put his mediums on. Timmy through the anti-bank, no, through Snake. It looks like Timmy's hunting fastest laps himself. Let's see what Petri can do. Oh, and Shell Shock into the pits. Fresh left softs. See what Petri can do. Because I do think he's hunting the fastest lap, and he has gone quicker. Through Dunlop. Through Degner. Still doing his bestest lap. Up to the hairpin. Held it nicely through 200R. Down to Spoon. On to the backstretch. Oh, is that going to cost him? Yeah, it has. Got a chance for possibly 2 more. The Timmy gone quickest to the 1:47.779. Fub's in second, 16 seconds back. So Rooted over the line. See if he can get it done this time. But Teme obviously heard that I said he was hunting, and he's responded. So Shelley still leading the 2 GR2 cars with 6 seconds on Nick. Yep. Go for it, Ty. I'm just watching Rooty try and do his. So up to the hairpin, he is going quicker. Nicely through the hairpin this time. Kept that car firmly on its line for the 200R. Down to Spoon. Onto the backstretch. Still going quicker through 130R. Up to the Casio. Nicely through there. And down to the line. So he set his own fastest lap. Tie on his attempt now. Through Snake. Anti-bank curve through Dunlop. Tightly through the Degners. Kept it going nicely there. Oh, just a bit down, but you can still make it up. I'll leave him a... Okay. So Fub's now only 12 seconds back. Timmy's... Ooh. I think Timmy's going to be okay, but he's probably ain't got enough fuel for one, maybe 2 laps. Only one more lap to go. Fub's over the line. Rooty, sec. Has he improved? Let's slow down. So here comes Tay up to the line. This is it. Can Tay get fastest lap with his pole position start for the first curve? Into the snake. Onto the anti-bank. And yes, go on Tay. Through Dunlop. Into the Degners. Lovely line through there, Tay. Just drop down a bit there, into the hairpin. This is going to be close, and we're on to our final lap. Now let me just see M3 guys cross the line. Tay coming down to Spoon. And Timmy is over the line as our winner. Tay onto the backstretch. Fub's over the line in second. Gonna be close. Into Casio. Final curve. Can Tay do... Oh! 148, 144. Nice go, Tay. That was close. So there, Timmy with our victory. Fub's in second. Rooty in third. Tay in fourth. Shell Shock, our last racer going round, coming down to Spoon. And our GR3 champ for this round. M3 guy in 6th and 2nd for the GR3. It was close though, Tay. Purpled the first sector. Well, there is a drop round, don't forget. Roll on 2 weeks' time, as you say, it's Red Bull. That was a very long race. Back to 60 minutes to next time, and there we go. So 2 weeks' time at the Red Bull Ring. Just save that replay and let's have a quick look at the results. So Timmy with the win. Fub's in second, Rooty in third, Tay in fourth, Shell Shock in fifth, M3 guy in sixth, Wrighton was our last droppy in seventh. Mash dropped out because of wheel problems, and Walter disappeared. That was a long race. And at that point, I'm going to end the stream. Thanks for watching. Give it a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow night, hopefully ably assisted by Mr. Budge Fetch himself for the final round of the BTCC. Cheers for watching, guys. Have a good evening, look after yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.